Today's game, unfortunately, has been one-sided with the Corsairs from Santa Monica College with a 20 to nothing lead against the Monarchs. The Monarchs have been having a difficult time today, both on offense and defense. They've had some pretty good plays on defense where they've shown some life. Unfortunately, the Corsairs have been doing a very good job against the offense, whereas the Monarchs, unfortunately, haven't been able to score anything and have had a hard time gaining any yardage against Santa Monica College. Hopefully, the Monarchs can gather some inspiration and come back with a better second half. Valley College did have a win on September 13th when they played Pierce College at Los Angeles Pierce College in Woodland Hills. The final score of that game was 22 to 15, where 14 points were scored by Valley in the fourth quarter, with the remaining 8 points being scored in the third quarter. Pierce College did attempt uh, for that game. Quarterback Austin Morville had 13 attempts with 8 completions for 108 yards, with the longest being 24 yards. At the end of the game, quarterback Austin Morville had 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Number 3, Riley Brousseau had 6 completions out of 8 attempts, good for 85 yards. And number 12, Caleb Kreider, had 3 completions out of 4 attempts. In rushing, Kashawn White, number 2, had 17 attempts, which was good for 108 yards and 1 touchdown. Number 3, Riley Brousseau, had 2 attempts, good for 18 yards. 25, Jaden Kemp, had 4 attempts for 15 yards. Number 9, Dane Rose, 2 attempts for 12 yards. 24, Kendrick Davis, 2 attempts for 6 yards. As far as receiving for that game, number 7, Lamar Manning, had two receptions for 51 yards, the longest being 32. Number 14, Shaka Peters, had 3 completions for good for 48 yards. And number 80, Chandler Tome, had 2 completions for 45 yards, as well as 83, Kyle Smith Jr., 4 completions, 38 yards. Number 5, Kenneth Monroe, had 2 completions, good for 19 yards, as well as 84, Ben Baker, who also had 2 completions for 19 yards. The next game by the Los Angeles Valley Monarchs was played on the 20th of September, where the Los Angeles Valley Monarchs, Los Angeles Valley College Monarchs, went and played the Grossmont team. And unfortunately, the Monarchs fell short. They lost by a score of 48 to 10. Austin Morville had 10 completions out of 20 attempts, good for 94 yards. Caleb Kreider had 5 completions out of 11 attempts for 53 yards. In rushing, you had Kashawn White, number 2, with 17 attempts and 10 yards, and 15, Nelson Belleville Jr., 5 attempts for 7 yards. In receiving, we had both number 2, Kashawn White, with 3 completions, 37 yards, and number 83, Kyle Smith Jr., with 4 receptions, good for 37 yards. As far as today, the Monarchs have been having a hard time against the Corsairs from Santa Monica College, where the Corsairs are leading 20 to nothing. The Monarchs have shown a little bit of life on defense. They've broken up plays. They've had very close um, plays where they could have been interceptions. Unfortunately, they were unable to reel them in. The Corsairs, though, have been dominating on both sides of the field. Their running play and their pass play has been pretty well, where the Monarchs have had a hard time trying to keep them at bay. Um, Hopefully, the Monarchs can stop them and build a comeback. It's 20 to nothing right now during halftime. We're hoping that the Monarchs uh, come back fired up from the locker room after halftime. We hope that you'll join your Los Angeles Valley Monarchs on Tuesday, September 30th for women's soccer, where Bakersfield will be down here against the Lady Monarchs at 4 p.m. again on Tuesday, September 30th. We also hope that you join your men's water polo team here at Valley College, where they will play Cuesta on October 1st, which is Wednesday at 3 p.m. On Friday, October 3rd, your Los Angeles Valley College Lady Monarchs will be at home playing against West Los Angeles College at 4 p.m. again on October 3rd, Friday. On Tuesday, October 7th, your Lady Monarchs will be playing against Glendale College at 4 p.m. Tuesday, October 7th. Men's water polo will be on Wednesday, October 8th at 3 p.m. at Citrus College. And on Thursday, we hope that you'll catch your Monarchs playing against Compton for Valley College's homecoming event. The game will be Thursday, October 9th at 6 p.m. We hope that you can join us then. We hope that you can come live to the stadium, or you can listen to us on the new 95.1 KVCM, the voice of Valley College, or you can watch us on kvcm.tv, or you could also listen to us on kvcm.live, where you can stream us, or on Twitch, where you search for KVCM. We hope to see you at the game. And we hope you enjoyed this halftime show. The second half will be starting in a few moments. We hope you can stick around. I'm Carlos Cruz, inviting you to join us for the start of the second half.
Testing, 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 testing.
Mhm.
Right, we're just about set to kick off the second half of football. The Valley College Monarchs will receive the second half kickoff, so they will have the ball to start the second half. And here we are again. I'm Razim Khan. With me here is Carlos for the first time on the broadcast as the Corsairs kick off to the Monarch, and that will roll into the end zone for a touchback. So yeah, crucial second half for the Monarchs, Carlos, and they'll need to make sure they get off to a good start. Already down 20-0.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hopefully they're fired up. Had a good talk with the coaches and the rest of the players during halftime. The game is still not out of reach. They're only down by 20 points, 20-0.
Yeah, the Monarchs have not scored on this field like the whole year, in fact. So offensively, it's just been a struggle after another for the Monarchs. And they'll look back quick as here's a quick hitter pass, and it's caught. The pass was really intended for number 83, Kyle Smith. It bounced off his hands, but it was caught by number 5. That is going to be
Beautiful play.
Monroe. Yeah, lucky play for the Monarchs. It was intended for Kyle Smith. Bounces off his hands. It falls right to Monroe, who catches it. But here, this is an incomplete pass on the second down. Could have been intercepted also. It was a screen pass. Number 2 for Santa Monica, 9 Powell almost had it. But a lucky break for the Monarchs. And here they are again.
Absolutely.
Second
Excellent
and 10.
concentration by Kenneth Monroe to make that catch.
As the Monarchs are reshuffling, changing the formation a little bit.
They better hurry up because the play clock.
It looks like Riley Brousseau is back out there at quarterback. As Brousseau is going to drop back, he's going to look to throws. Pass is too high.
Intended
it was
target.
zipped. Intended for
Was
number
Monroe.
5, Kenneth Monroe. It was a little too high for him. I think it was a missed opportunity there. I think the quarterback, Riley Brousseau, will probably want it back because he had the receiver open.
Absolutely.
And it could have been a first down if he was on target, but it was a little too high for the receiver.
It's unfortunate they weren't able to to make the play there, Rosine. Definitely needed by the Monarchs.
3rd and 10 for the Monarchs. And this shotgun empty formation, trips to the left and two receivers on the right side. Empty backfield again for Brousseau as he draws back and throws. Pass caught by Keyshawn White. He lunges up ahead and picks up the first down. Huh? So first down picked up there by the Monarchs after that play by Keyshawn White. And here's the 1st and 10 from the 40. Another drop back pass again to Keyshawn White out of the backfield. And he runs into his own player. And he's going to pick up about, or actually he's not going to pick up any yardage there. It's going to be
that was unfortunate.
2nd and 10.
Kyle Smith Jr.
Yeah, pass, a quick pitch and catch out of the backfield coming in was Keyshawn White. But he runs right into Kyle Smith Jr., who was blocking up for Keyshawn White, and just unfortunate for the Monarchs, that play ends up nowhere. And here's the 2nd down, and the quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to turn upfield, and he slides down, and I think took a little bit of a shot afterwards, but no flag.
Looks like he's definitely close to a first down, though.
But Riley Brousseau there with his legs picking up... I think it should be the first down. But no, I think they mark him short. It's 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 for Brousseau, who looks at the sideline for the play signal. With Keyshawn White also in the backfield with him. Trips on the right. Brousseau, 12:50 left here. Takes a snap, draws back, throws. Pass is intended for Green, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Down the left sideline, pass was a little too far for Jeremiah Green, who was covered by two defensive backs, number 1 and number 7 for the Corsairs. That was Naeem Powell and Tyler Thomas, both doubling the receiver Green on that play. And that is now 4th down, and it looks like we have movement on the line of scrimmage, false start. So I imagine the Monarchs will need to probably punt, or I guess at this stage, being down 20-0, even go for it.
That was unfortunate. It's definitely been one of the weak points of the Monarchs, the penalties that they've had.
4th and 6, the Monarchs will go for it like I thought, and the pass again is too high for the receiver, Jeremiah Green. Incomplete, and unfortunately for the Monarchs, that will result in a turnover on downs. So the Corsairs will take over here at the 35-yard line, or the 36-yard line.
But I do have to give the Monarchs credit. They came out here fighting after halftime.
Yeah, came out fighting, but a couple of just missed opportunities, a couple of missed throws by the quarterback, Riley Brousseau there. He missed a first down completion, a couple of easy completions there.
Yeah, it's definitely
was a little too high, a little overshot those two passes a little bit. And if those were complete, the Monarchs would still have the ball, but instead the Corsairs now will take over on the downs. And here's the handoff to Washington, I believe. And like he's going to pick up about 2 or 3 yards. Yeah, just missed opportunities, and you were saying, Carlos, penalties. I think those are the two things which have really just completely hurt, are not helping the Monarchs at all.
Yeah, it's been unfortunate, Rosine. They came out fighting, but unfortunately they weren't able to do much on their first play or first drive coming back from halftime.
2nd and 8 here after the 2-yard rush there by Christopher Washington, who's still in the backfield along with the quarterback Moreno. As Moreno takes a snap, drops back, he's going to look to throw, he's going to take off, he's going to be brought down. A sack there by number 90.
That's Julius Medina.
Medina there with the sack, fighting off the blockers and getting right into the backfield and pursuing the quarterback Moreno there, bringing him down for the sack.
The defensive line has definitely been doing
So
their part today.
third and long here for the Corsairs now with an empty backfield as they look for the signal from the sideline. Here's Moreno again dropping back. He's going to throws. Pass is going to be incomplete. Intended for number 2. Ron Galvez, and we have a penalty as well. One of the Corsairs players lost the helmet. And it looks like it might be on the Monarchs there. The helmet got taken off, which is obviously an immediate penalty. So another misfortune, Carlos, for the Monarchs. They forced the stop, get them to fourth down, but because of the unnecessary, or I guess I'm not sure what category that falls under, the player's helmet taking off, that will give the Corsairs a free first down. So another misfortune for the Monarchs, just not helping themselves.
It's definitely been unfortunate for the Monarchs. They haven't been able to get in sync. Too many missed opportunities, too many miscues. Hopefully they can. It's
those are just
enough.
preventable penalties, really. Just taking the helmet off, giving them a free first down. I mean, those are just infuriating, I guess, if you're the Monarchs, if you're Lester Towns. Just not helping themselves.
Absolutely. They're definitely fighting themselves. The game still appears to be in reach. They still have plenty of time left in the game. They're down by a score of 20-0. They can definitely try to turn this around as long as the defense can keep the Corsairs at bay. But the Corsairs have been definitely pushing forward all day, so it's definitely an uphill battle for the Monarchs.
1st and 10 after that penalty. Here's Moreno again, dropping back. Throws, pass is going to be incomplete. Number 22 was there. He was trying to make a play on the ball for the Monarchs.
J.J. Thurman was on coverage for the Monarchs.
Sanford was the intended receiver, number 11. 2nd and 10 with 11:04 left here in this third quarter. In a pistol formation this time, the Corsairs rather, he hands it off, and he's going to lose yardage to number 21 and 58 on that tackle on the ball carrier Christopher Washington.
Feller Segala on the stop.
Yep, Feller Segala and Deshaun Malone there on the stop.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to keep him at bay. Unfortunately, there's just some miscues.
Yeah, a lot of miscues for the Monarchs. Yeah. Down 0-20 here at home.
Oh.
And here's the next play, and the pass is too high.
But it looks like there was movement on the Monarch side. I don't see a flag, though. It looks like it wasn't called.
Yeah, the Santa Monica coach, I think, is a little frustrated after that. He thought for sure that there was some movement from the Monarch side. Could have been a free play even, but...
Fortunate for the Monarchs that they weren't called for that play, because that would have put the Corsairs in better position, where today they've been going on...
So a punt here for the Corsairs, and they're actually going to... It's a fake punt. They're going to look to run, but they're not going to get it.
Ooh.
And the Corsairs player takes a big shot afterwards at the end.
He's still able to stand up.
Number 39 there for the Corsairs. That was Angel Morales, who was trying to run it upfield on that fake punt to pick up the first down. Could not, and ended up taking a blow from number 22 of the Monarchs, J.J. Thurman.
Corsairs have definitely been sneaky today. They've gone for a few plays on fourth down, and now they try to fake a punt. Definitely.
So now, exactly at the 50-yard line, the Monarchs will take over. And you'd have to wonder if the Monarchs will need to respond here. As here's the pass is incomplete. Kyle Smith, the target. and a little too far beyond, a little too far. That pass was for him.
Well, that's unfortunate,
Riley
Rosine.
Brousseau.
It's unfortunate. You do see the Monarchs trying to start something, but
Yeah, I think
unfortunately they're just not in sync.
Brousseau, he's missed quite a few throws
Hmm.
in this game, which should have been completions, should have resulted in completions. But here's the next play. Brousseau again, and
Oh,
nearly intercepted this time.
broken up by number one for the Corsairs.
Number one, Naeem Powell did make a play on that ball, but unable to hold on to it, or else it was an interception. And there's also a flag on the field as well.
First down.
So roughing the passer has been called on
Wow.
the Corsairs, which will work well for the Monarchs because that will give them a free first down, automatic first down and 15 yards. So they're now inside Corsairs territory.
Monarchs definitely in a position to get on the board.
First and 10, Monarchs here, 35-yard line after that roughing the passer call. And this was a low snap. Brousseau under pressure, gets rid of it just about. Could have also been an interception.
Wow, the Monarchs were fortunate that they didn't throw an interception there.
Derek Boyd, one of the Corsair defenders, applying the pressure.
Corey Davis was the intended receiver.
And it looks like there's an injured Santa Monica Corsair on the ground as well, number 54. Keebler Pineda, and he's still on the ground being checked out here by the trainers.
Wow, hopefully he's okay.
So we have an injury timeout here.
I'm definitely admiring the Monarchs' fire since coming back from the locker room from halftime, Rosine. What are your thoughts on
Yeah,
that?
the Monarchs had to show something, and they had to put up something. And so far, they have not able to score again, still getting blanked out. But it is becoming an increasingly more uphill climb for the Monarchs.
Definitely. Time is definitely running out for the Monarchs. But it does appear that they're trying to make things happen. They do seem to be a lot more aggressive than they were in the first half.
Yeah, 54 is still on the ground, and he gets up now.
All right.
And he's barely managing to walk off the field on his own power. Keebler Pineda, a freshman defensive lineman from Westlake High School in Thousand Oaks. Second and 10 for the Monarchs. Here's Brousseau, throws, and again, it's too high. Chandler Tom was the target. And you'd have to wonder how much longer will Lestertown stick with Riley Brousseau out there with the rate at which he's been missing throws.
It's been unfortunate. It appears that he's not really scanning the field. Number two was wide open, and unfortunately he decided to go straight down the middle.
Yeah, just multiple missed throws by the Monarchs, which I think have hurt the Monarchs because they've resulted in a lack of, they've squandered some opportunities. And here's the next play, and it's going to be blown dead. And a timeout has been called. The play clock was winding down, I think, for the Monarchs.
It's unfortunate that the Monarchs weren't able to get that playoff in time and use up one of their timeouts so early into the game with 9 minutes and 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Monarchs are definitely trying to make something happen as they're down 20-0. The ball's on their Corsairs 35-yard line. Third down and 10 to go.
Third and 10 for the Monarchs. Riley Brusso still out there. Shotgun. Under pressure again. Going to look to escape. He's going backwards. In trouble. And he gets rid of the ball and incomplete. He ran about probably 30 yards backwards before turning around and checking the ball in the other direction down the sideline. So that will be 4th and 10 and yet another opportunity or another drive which ends in basically nothing for the Monarchs.
It was an unfortunate squandered drive. They had decent field position. They started off at the 35-yard line. Unfortunately, they weren't able to do anything.
Here's the punt for the Monarchs. Chandler Tomei punts it away, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So the offense really just not giving anything at all. Struggling to come up with anything really. It's been struggle after another for the Monarchs. And with 9:31 left, still a little bit of time. But then if you're not putting up any points on the board, if you're getting blanked, continue to get blanked, then I don't think it's going to be very long till the Monarchs are basically out of the game.
Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate, Razine.
9:31 left here as the Corsairs take over, and here's a handoff to number 30, 23, and he's off past the 40, being chased, and he's going to be tackled by number 29, but not before he goes past the 15 and almost at the 10. Number 23, Franklin with the run. Dylan Franklin ran all the way past the 15, but hold on, there is a flag.
Wow, that's unfortunate for the Monarchs.
Looks like that run will stay. Oh, it is on. So it will be on the Corsairs, but they will be marking him from the end of the play. So it will be 15 yards from the end of the play.
So
I think there was a personal foul during that run. So they will mark him 15 yards from the end of the play. So the 28-yard line is where they'll take over. I think 13 is where the run finished. Run by Dylan Franklin ended. It's 1st and 10 from the 28. Here come the Corsairs. There's Moreno, and there was some movement at the line of scrimmage as well, but no flag, whistle, and the play is blown dead. It didn't even begin, really.
It's definitely
so do a game. So they never got the playoff in time. Do a game. Play clock winding down. So 5 yards back go the Corsairs. It's 1st and 15 now at the 33 of the Corsairs. And here's a handoff, no, a fake handoff to number 24 down the left. And he's going to be tackled there by number 22.
Ashton Banks with the reception for the Corsairs.
Thurman with the tackle, and Action Banks out of the backfield catching that pass, picking up about 9 yards, or no, 14 yards because it was a first and 15. So 2nd and 1 for the Corsairs. The 19. And with the pistol formation, here's another handoff. And this time it's Washington, and he's going to be tackled. Number 20 with the tackle.
It's definitely been unfortunate.
Monte Green making that tackle for the Monarchs for no gain. So no gain on that play.
Hopefully the Monarchs can hold the Corsairs right now. Snap, handoff to number 23.
Handoff to 23, and I don't think he picked about the first down, so it's going to be fourth and 1. That was Dylan Franklin with the carry.
Fourth and 1. 6:45 left in the third quarter. Corsairs in formation.
So here's a handoff, and he's going to be tackled immediately, and the Monarchs will get a turnover on fourth down, a turnover on downs. And that was Johnson there making that play in the backfield. Just a really good play. Alexander Johnson tackling the ball carrier immediately. And because it was 4th and 1, the Monarchs will take over here on downs.
Excellent stop by the defense, Brazine, giving the Monarchs offense a chance. Hopefully they can cash in this time around as time is running out with them being down 20-0.
6:26 left here in the third. The Monarchs will take over. Let's see if they can make something happen here this time. And that one is a low snap. Morville picks it up, throws, and it's going to be caught by number 4. Going to be caught by Joshua Hepziba Evans. Number 4 out of the backfield, the running back.
Pick up of 4 yards.
So Joshua Hepziba Evans with the catch, a freshman out of Mansfield, Texas. And it's now 2nd and 6 as Austin Morville back out there at quarterback. And Morville is going to look left, throw, and that one is going to be intercepted. A disastrous throw by Morville. 21 picks it up, or picks it off. Jason Anderson picking it off.
Oh, there's a flag on the play.
And a flag on the play as well, but I think that was after the
way
play.
After the whistle. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, that was really, I'm not sure what the quarterback, Austin Morville, saw there. He launched it up. There was no receiver anywhere near in the vicinity of where he threw that ball. And that was the easiest of interceptions that you could possibly ask for.
Absolutely. You couldn't have had it any easier for the Corsairs.
Yeah, so disaster once again for the Monarchs, turning the ball over right after getting it back on downs.
The defense has definitely been doing their part lately. Unfortunately, the
offense really has not been able to go anywhere, really. It's been complete one-sided. And the execution has been poor, and they've been making a lot of mental mistakes as well. And multiple missed opportunities, missed throws, and all of that just not resulting in anything good for the Monarchs. And as hard as the defense has worked to get stops, But the offense really has to hold up their end of the bargain, and it hasn't happened yet. And here's a first down run by Christopher Washington up the middle, in fact.
Corsair still pushing.
Malone making the tackle. So 2nd and 5, and just nothing really coming from the Monarch offense.
No, it's been unfortunate there, Rosine, that the Monarchs haven't been able to quite do much, at least on offense. The defense has been doing their part lately.
And here's a 2nd and 5. This time it's going to be a play action, and he's going to be lit up really by Deshaun Malone once again. We've said his name quite a lot, and it looks like the quarterback might have gotten a little banged up after that play. That was a hard hit.
That was definitely a hard hit.
The quarterback, Dylan Moreno, getting completely lit up by Deshaun Malone.
Dylan Moreno is being helped off the field. The quarterback for
so
the
Moreno, I think he might need to be checked for concussion after that play.
I would think so. Definitely would appear that way. He took a pretty hard hit.
So Moreno goes off the field, and it looks like number 9 will be the new quarterback, replacing him at least for momentarily. That's Ethan Bird, a redshirt freshman out of Dallas, from Dallas, Texas. Ethan Bird will take over here momentarily, at least for the Corsairs. And here's a snap. He hands it off, and the play is getting blown up by number 20, Amonte Green. It was a handoff to number 5, Chris Washington. But that play went nowhere, getting blown up. And loss of 5 yards and 4th down, so the Corsairs will need a punt again. And yet again, the Monarchs defense holding up their end of the bargain, but the offense really just not really getting anything done, really.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, Razine. They've definitely had their opportunities, at least since the start of halftime, and the Monarchs just can't seem to get anything going.
And here's the punt. And it's going to drop at about the 15. And it's going to settle, going to be down about the 18th. So Monarchs defense forcing a stop, getting the stop. But the offense so far really has not been able to capitalize on those stops. They're getting blanked right now. It's 20-0 on the scoreboard.
And
you'd have to think at some point it is now or never for the Monarchs.
Absolutely.
Because if you're down 20-0, with the third quarter, 3:30 left.
Yeah, it's definitely Monarchs getting pretty close to where you should start panicking, I would say.
Yeah, and here's Morville back out there, and he throws to the right, running back out of the backfield, Keyshawn White, and he's going to pick up about 2 yards.
Hopefully the Monarchs can get something going. They came out
3:04 left here in the third quarter. 2nd and 7 for the Monarchs, and there was some movement. I think this one might be a free play. Morville goes deep, and the pass is caught.
Pass is complete.
It's caught by number 5. Kenneth Monroe there with the catch deep down the sideline. There was a free play. Penalty will be declined. There was offsides. So that, to me, probably the best player of the day so far for the Monarchs, who really haven't done anything on offense prior to this play. But that was a great catch, contested catch made by Kenneth Monroe.
Absolutely. Hopefully this is the spark that the Monarchs need to start something as the
2:45
third quarter
left.
winds down.
And here's Morville again. He's going to go deep again. Wide open is Kyle Smith, and he's going to go all the way in for the touchdown.
And the Monarchs finally get on the board.
Monarchs finally getting on the board. And Kyle Smith Jr., he was wide open down the right sideline and ended up being an easy throw for uh, Austin Morville, the quarterback. And he was virtually untouched as he walked right into the end zone for the touchdown. The Monarchs finally on the board, 20-6 now the score, pending the extra point.
Jesus Rodriguez for the point after.
And the point, extra point is good. So 20-7 now the score. The Corsairs are still ahead, but the Monarchs finally on the board.
Finally showing some life, right, Rosine?
Yeah, finally showing some life, but they need more of it, and
Absolutely.
they really could have used a lot of life earlier.
Absolutely.
It came late, but I guess better late than never. So let's see if the Monarchs can capitalize here.
Let's hope the defense can continue.
And which they have this whole game pretty much, except for a few drives in the first half.
It definitely did take him a little bit of time to get settled, but the defense has been definitely doing really well. They've done their part at least the last few drives, where they've held the Corsairs to nothing, breaking up a few plays.
So Ortiz to kick it away, to kick off. Sorry, Rodriguez rather. Pardon. Jesus Rodriguez there, and that is going to be kicked out of bounds. So that's not going to be good for the Monarchs. Or actually, I'm not sure if he caught it.
Ashton Banks for the Corsairs.
Sure, he might have caught it while he was out of bounds, but.
Well, the question becomes now if number 13, Dylan Moreno, comes out for this drive.
Yeah, Dylan Moreno, who went off the field last play after taking that hit, and looks like he is back out there.
Looks like he is back on the field.
Dylan Moreno, 2:33 left. Hands off. It's Washington, and he's going to be tackled as he went past the 25. The tackle was made there by Chris Angel Luna and also 99 Eli Martin Flores Jr. .202 left here in the third quarter. Here the Corsairs with the 2nd and 4, and this time he's under pressure, the quarterback, and he's going to be brought down. Number 21, Deshaun Malone, once again coming up big for the Corsairs.
Looks like it
was a sack. Yeah, pressure applied by the Monarchs, and Dylan Moreno really had nowhere to go at all. And the sack finally cleaning up there was Deshaun Malone.
Excellent play by Deshaun Malone, keeping the Corsairs at bay.
So 3rd and 9 here for the Corsairs, and the pass is going to be caught, but he's not going to get the first down. That was Sanford there with the catch. Sanford getting that catch, but nowhere near the first down. So the Monarchs, exactly what they needed, getting that stop. The Corsairs will punt.
The defense coming up big for the Monarchs again.
And that was a great tackle there, important tackle made by Malik Simpson on the receiver, Braden Sanford, on that last play, forcing the stop. And here's 4th and 8, punt. And it's going to be returned by Kyle, or I think the ball actually dropped. So they will not return, or will not be returned. Kyle Smith there, I think he dropped it, so. Or I guess he didn't call the fair catch, so I guess the ball will be spotted at the 40, 2-yard line.
Hopefully, the Monarchs can continue the success that they had with their last drive. With 30 seconds left in the third quarter, down by 13 points, 20-7. The Corsairs up.
30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Can the Monarchs make something happen with an empty backfield? Here's Morville. Drops back, throws, passes. Going to be tipped. Number 33 there with the tip for Santa Monica.
Number 33 is down for the Corsairs.
And he got injured on that play as well.
He's grabbing onto his left knee.
Carson Cox, and yeah, that doesn't look good. Made a great play there, tipping that pass.
Hopefully he's okay.
So that's Carson Cox, a linebacker out of Redondo Union High School.
But the Monarchs still trying to be aggressive, trying to get some more points on the board, down by 13 with 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Time is definitely running out for the Monarchs. They've been having a difficult time with the Corsairs.
Carson Cox gets up, and he's kind of hobbling, limping to his sideline.
It's great to see him stand up and walk on his own. Hopefully it's nothing major and he can come back out for the next few plays after he takes a break.
Looks like he will go into the Santa Monica medical tent that they have set up on their sideline. Or actually, he might be walking back to the bench, actually.
Oh, it does appear that way.
So here's 2nd and 10 for the Monarchs. Morville draws back, throws, pass caught by Keyshawn White, and he's going to be brought down at the 45.
This may be the last play of the quarter.
Jason Anderson makes the tackle for the Corsairs.
It looks like that was the last play for the quarter there, Razine.
Yep, last play. The Monarchs will not run another play, and after 3 quarters of play, the score is 20-7 in favor of the Santa Monica Corsairs, and the field will now be flipped.
Well, at least the Monarchs were able to score something.
Yeah, they got something, and now they must capitalize on it, of course.
They've put the game it's a little more within reach than it was, I would say. Hopefully they can capitalize on this drive and bring it even closer. The Corsairs definitely dominated the first half of this game, where they scored all 20 of their points. They did start to flare out a little bit towards the end of the second quarter, where they had a few opportunities that the Monarchs were able to break up, allowing the Monarchs to keep the game within reach at 20-0 at halftime. Monarchs were able to score in the third quarter, bringing the score to 20-7 and the game within reach. As we're about to start the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter play about to start. Here's Morville, takes a snap, rolls to the right, throws, passes, caught. Kyle Smith Jr. with the catch, and they pick up the first down. And Morville, who rolled out to the right, finally was on target on that play and gets the completion to his receiver, Kyle Smith Jr., picks up the first down. 14:46 here in the fourth quarter of play.
The Monarchs are showing life, Razine. Hopefully they can capitalize on this drive.
They are showing life. And here's a 1st and 10 here for inside Corsair territory. Here's Morville again, dropping back, throws, caught by Keyshawn White, spins off a tackle, but he's brought down by number 21 here, but he did pick up about 5 yards there. Jason Anderson with the tackle on the receiver, Keyshawn White. Second and 4 for the Monarchs. Another empty backfield set. Morville takes a snap. He's going to look to run. It's a quarterback draw play, and I think he might have gone enough for the first down there. I'm not sure. A flag comes out at the end.
Flag at the end.
As well. Flag on the play. We'll have to see. We'll check the flag.
Personal foul on the Corsairs.
Personal foul on the Corsairs. So that will set the Monarchs up nicely here. They'll go all the way inside the 20 of the Corsairs at the 18. At the 18-yard line is where the ball is currently. Will be spotted.
Monarchs are knocking on the door.
So it's a pistol formation. Morville under pressure. He has some room now to throw. Throws. Pass is caught.
Oh, it's caught.
It's caught by number 29. Jamerson, but there is a flag on the play after the play, so I think that is roughing the passer, so I think the play will stand.
Calix Jamerson with the reception. And the
Jamerson makes the play down on the end zone by the pylon. So the flag there is a flag, but I think the play will stand, judging by the way the Monarchs are still celebrating. I think that could be the penalty on sportsmanlike conduct because the touchdown is standing.
Personal foul.
Okay, I think it is a personal roughing the passer on the defense, so the penalty will be after the touchdown will count. Touchdown will count, so defensive penalty for roughing the passer.
Monarchs are roaring back, Razine. Hopefully they can...
Yeah, the Monarchs are now one score away, basically. And it looks like the Monarchs will...
Whoa, it looks like they're going to go for 2 points.
The Monarchs will attempt a 2-point conversion here, it looks like, or will they? Or no, they won't. Looks like the kicker is out there, number 47, Rodriguez. Rodriguez is out there for the extra point kick. And the kick is going to be good.
Good.
So now we're down to a one-score game. The Monarchs finding a way to get themselves back in the game. Now we have a competitive game again. And with this new rejuvenation, perhaps the Monarchs will find a way to pull off a little comeback victory here. It remains to be seen where we go from here, but certainly we have an exciting contest, an exciting game, a game which maybe might just come down to the wire here in the second half.
That's true. There is that possibility, but definitely this drive is fairly important. Hopefully the Monarchs can hold the Corsairs at bay, allowing the Monarchs to receive the ball again, and hopefully they can continue their momentum and bring the game either tied or hopefully take the lead.
13:26 left here in the game. The Monarchs just scored off of a touchdown completion, a touchdown catch by Calix Jamerson. So Rodriguez will kick off.
This game has turned into a really good one, Razine.
Yeah, it has so far, and it looks like they're having difficulty to spot the ball on the tee.
Don't count the Monarchs out.
Yeah, not yet at least. But yes, it is going to be a competitive game. And Rodriguez kicks it off, and it's going to go out of bounds. And that's not what the Monarchs would have wanted here. Kicking it off out of bounds. So the ball will go to the 40, I believe. And Rodriguez is getting a
Definitely getting a
talking
needful from the
to
coach.
from the head coach. And yeah, that's just not what you'd expect here. You're on your way back to the game. On your way back, you've climbed back into the game, and now you're committing just a bad mental mistake, kicking it off out of bounds.
Hopefully, it doesn't go against the Monarchs. The defense has been keeping the team within reach as far as winning this game. Oh, it looks like they're going to re-kick.
So they will re-kick. Interesting. I guess from what we're hearing here in the booth, could have been offsetting penalties, so they will have to re-kick. Maybe that was the case.
Hopefully, this works out for the Monarchs.
So Rodriguez with a chance to reprieve himself after that mistake on that last kickoff attempt. And this time they squib it, and it's picked up, and the returner falls over. Sanford was the one who picked it up. And that is obviously much better from before, where it would have been at the 40. Instead, they're here at the 28.
Absolutely. As Rodriguez gets congratulated by the head coach, so he definitely did good this time around.
Yeah, I guess he was lucky that there was a offsetting penalty on that last play, giving him a second chance to kick it off properly without making a mistake.
Absolutely.
So Dylan Moreno back out there in a shotgun formation. He hands it off. It's Franklin there, and he goes up past the 30, picks up about 4 or 5 yards. I would
Looks
think
like number 6 for the Monarchs with the stop, Alexander Johnson.
Johnson making that tackle, the stop, and I think he picked up about 5 yards. Second and 5 for the Monarchs, or the Corsairs, beg your pardon, at their own 32-yard line. Here's Moreno, takes a snap, drops back, looks to throw under pressure, and he's going to be brought down for the sack.
Number
Corey Davis, number 32, the linebacker, bringing down the quarterback, Dylan Moreno, for the sack.
The defense keeping the Monarchs in the game.
So Corey Davis with the defensive play, with the sack, and now it's a 3rd and 13 for the Monarchs. Corey Davis, a freshman out of Ontario, California, Colony High School. And here's the next play, a 3rd and 13. This time it's going to be a pass, and it's going to be incomplete.
It appears that number 18 for the Corsairs was the intended receiver.
Number 18, Dylan Childs, was the target, but that ball didn't have enough air on it. And that will be 4th down. So yet again, the Monarchs are with a chance to now tie the game here. They will be getting the ball back.
Let's hope the Corsairs don't have any trickery up their sleeves this time around, like they have for a few drives this game.
So Corsairs will be punting. And here's the return by Kyle Smith, and he's going to get past about the 45 perhaps.
Fortunately, he lost his footing. Monarchs take over at the Valley 45 with 11:47 left in the fourth quarter, down by 6 points. What do you think, Razine? Do you think they got a shot?
Certainly, I mean, it is now a one-score game, 11:47 left. It is definitely a game, and definitely within reach for the Monarchs and both teams, really.
This game's definitely turned into a nail biter.
So 1st and 10 for the Monarchs. Shotgun, Morville passes, and it's just beyond the reach of
number 80,
Chandler Tome. Chandler Tome was the target, and if that ball had a little less air on it, then it would have been caught. It was just beyond the reach of Chandler Tome. And that would have been a big completion for the Monarchs. Would have definitely gone a long way to help them to tie the game. But sadly, unfortunately for the Monarchs, it ends up in an incompletion. So now it's a 2nd and 10.
They got a running back in the backfield. Number 2 is in motion.
And here's the pass under pressure, but he escapes. Pass is going to be. Oh no! That's it. It was that could be a costly drop. That was the simplest of catches, really. It had to be caught, but number 83, Kyle Smith Jr., inexplicably just drops it.
It's unfortunate.
And you wonder if that'll come back to haunt the Monarchs, but I mean, those are just backbreakers, really. That was the simplest of catches, really, and dropped.
Definitely 2 missed opportunities in this drive by the Monarchs.
3rd and 10 here. Morville takes a snap, drops back. He's going to be on the pass. It's caught, but I don't think he got enough for the first down. Jamerson makes the catch.
Looks like he might be short.
19, actually.
Looks like he might be short.
That was actually Jeremiah Green with that catch. And I don't think he has enough for the first down. It's going to be 4th and 1. But
it looks like they're going for it.
They're going for it. No hesitation at all for the Monarchs. And it looks like they will have to reset a little bit. Looking at the sideline again for a new play. So it looks like they're changing up the formation a little bit here. The running back in the next to him. And the pass is going to be intercepted.
Intercepted by number 22 of the Corsairs.
And it looks like he's also hurt.
Amari Russell, Corsair. It looks like we have a Monarchs player down.
Unfortunate for the Monarchs, it was a 4th and 1. They just had to get 1 yard. Instead, they go for a pass. I'm not sure why they didn't attempt a running play there or a quarterback sneak of some kind.
It's unfortunate. And the Monarchs player also lost his helmet. After
the Monarchs end up turning it over. Yeah, in that situation, I would have thought just attempt a little quarterback sneak or a little power run of some kind when you only need 1 yard. It's a short yardage situation.
That
you
definitely
kick the ball, you're still in the game, but now you turn it over.
That definitely would have been a safer play.
And the cart is going out on the field for that injured player, and it's not looking good. He's still down, and the cart is coming out, which is obviously not a good sign. Is it a Monarch player who's down?
It is a Monarch player. Hopefully it's not a serious injury.
Still on the ground is the Monarchs player, and this is not looking good. being down on the ground this long. Really hoping he's fine.
Hopefully, it's not serious. But he did lose his helmet after that play. Comes to wonder if maybe he was hit after with no protection on his head. The Monarchs are coming together. As they all take a knee, hoping that it's not a serious injury.
Still on the ground is a Monarchs player. We can't quite see who it is because we can't see the number, but the Monarchs are huddled around, and it's looking a little concerning at the moment. And we can't quite see what's happening because it is on the ground, and we're here in the press box. I'm not sure if it was some kind of like a hit to the head or something. It possibly could have been.
We're waiting to see for any signs from the field to see what the status is of the player. It's definitely unfortunate that
Yeah,
this has
definitely
happened.
unfortunate, and it's concern is growing by the minute. In fact, the more time we're seeing him on the ground, and looks like the pads have been removed, the shoulder pads, and the jersey
Looks
as
like
well.
it's number 19,
Number 19, so that's Jeremiah Green,
Jeremiah Green.
the player who's injured. The jersey and the pads have been removed. Jeremiah Green, a sophomore receiver at a Lathrop High School in Lathrop.
Still on the ground. We're hoping that he's okay.
Yeah, still unable to get up is Jeremiah Green. And the longer this goes on, the more concerned you'd have to feel. I wonder if we need like an ambulance in here or something. and it looks like they were looking to see if there's an ambulance on its way or something. Yeah, concerning situation here with the injury possibly to the player Jeremiah Green. Trying to see if they've called an ambulance or not, but
Jeremiah's still down. Rest of the players are going out to the field.
yeah, some of the Santa Monica players as well are taking the knees on the sideline.
We're hearing sirens.
We are hearing sirens. I guess it is from the fire department, I guess.
Paramedics were definitely called.
And I would think it probably because he was unresponsive, he probably got knocked unconscious after that end of that play. And I'm not sure if he took a big hit. Probably did. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gotten knocked unconscious. But
Right. I did see him lose his helmet right after the play. I don't know if he lost it before he got hit or he lost it after the hit.
okay. Okay. Yeah, I think he probably got sandwiched by two players there.
Monarch
It
players
looks
are
like
coming off the
there's a
field.
fire department on fire truck. But I think what they need here is an ambulance, though.
They'll probably have these paramedics administer first aid until the ambulance shows up, I would think.
Yeah, I just hope he is. It has been a while, though. To be honest,
Jeremiah is still on the ground.
it has been at least 10 minutes. I think that's a lower estimate, a lower guess. That he's been down on the ground for, and best not to speculate, obviously, but yeah, the paramedics. We do have the paramedics on here.
Hopefully, it's not a serious injury and this is just precautionary.
Yeah.
Take him to the hospital, possibly for concussion protocol and nothing else.
Yeah, obviously now we see the paramedics on their way onto the field. And yeah, just a reminder, you are listening to the new 95.1 KVCM Monarch Radio, the voice of Valley College. And you're also seeing us live here on the KVCM TV YouTube channel as this game has come to a halt here after what looks like an incredibly serious, concerning situation on the ground. As wide receiver Jeremiah Green, who took a shot by multiple players after one of the plays, and he possibly got knocked unconscious, still on the ground. Paramedics have already been called, and they are on the ground.
And it looks like there's an ambulance
An
that's
ambulance is on his way as well. So very concerning situation here at Monarch Stadium in Valley College. And obviously, all we hope and pray that he is okay. But
absolutely. It's difficult to watch such
it
a.
is hard to watch, and it is a lot of anxiety here at the moment on the ground, in and around. And the ambulance, we can see the ambulance from here as well.
We do have Los Angeles City Fire Department paramedics on site. We have them already on the field administering first aid measures, and the ambulance just
The ambulance is
showed
here on
up.
the ground, and it's on its way to the spot.
Let's hope and pray it's not a serious injury, and this is just precautionary measures.
Yeah, an unfortunate, difficult situation here that we're dealing with here in this game between the Santa Monica Corsairs and the LA Valley College Monarchs, where a Monarch player unfortunately has been hit and he's possibly unconscious, unresponsive, and we see the ambulance is out and here's the stretcher. As you are listening to us here on KVCM.live and as well as KVCM TV YouTube channel. Once again, thank you everybody for who's tuned in to this broadcast of LA Valley College football as we continue to see what's happening.
If you're just joining us, number 19 Jeremiah Green appeared to have taken a pretty hard hit, and unfortunately, he's been on the ground for quite some time. Looks like they're about to load the player onto the stretcher. Los Angeles Valley College Monarchs player number 19, Jeremiah Green, has been loaded onto the stretcher.
So applauds are coming in from the Santa Monica sideline as the player Jeremiah Green, the wide receiver for the Monarchs, gets loaded onto the stretcher and into the ambulance. And once again, we can only hope he's okay, or he will be okay. And we can hear applauds here coming the from both the away and home sidelines.
Definitely tough to watch.
And the way it looks like the Monarch players are warming up, so that by that I'm assuming the game will continue unless they call it off or something. But looks like it will continue.
It does appear that way. There hasn't been. It looks like the officials are at midfield talking it over, but there definitely hasn't been anything that would make us believe that the game's going to be suspended.
So it looks like the game will continue. The Corsair Santa Monica players are also warming back up. Obviously, after that stoppage, you have to kind of warm back up. It looks like the Santa Monica players are doing that, and so are the Valley College players. Once again, we hope Jeremiah Green, who basically got knocked out unconscious after that last play, we hope he's okay. He's now being taken away on an ambulance.
Well, after starting off gloomy, it looks like the sun is starting to finally peek through.
It is. Yeah, it was overcast for most of the afternoon, and now it looks like the sun is shining through.
Hopefully, it'll energize the Monarchs as they're down by 6 points with 10:50 left in the fourth quarter. What are your thoughts up until now, Razine?
Yeah, obviously it was shaping up to be a great game, and it looks like the Monarchs were driving. Although before that unfortunate incident, it looked like it was a fourth down which got intercepted. So it looks like the Santa Monica Corsairs will take over after that turnover, the interception on that last 4th-and-1 play where receiver Jeremiah Green unfortunately got knocked out.
Definitely unfortunate. Definitely a hard loss for the Monarchs.
So the players are warming back up here at Monarch Stadium here in Valley Glen.
Hopefully, the defense can hold the Corsairs again and give the Monarchs offense another chance to try to, at the very least, tie the game, if not take the lead. And it looks like the Monarchs are about to take the field.
Play is just about set to resume here in Valley Glen in Monarch Stadium. 20-14 the score. The Corsairs will take over. And obviously, I think the players will still be thinking of their teammate, Monarch players specifically. But there's still a game happening, and they'll need to close out this game, whatever the result may be. But here we are again, first and 10 from the 44-yard line. In a pistol formation, the Corsairs, quarterback Dylan Moreno with Christopher Washington in the backfield. He takes the snap, hands it off. It's Washington, goes up the middle, past the 50 into Monarch territory, picks up about 6 yards. Kati Chikian with the tackle. And Philip Segala was there as well. So 7-yard run on that last play. Second and 3. There's Moreno takes a snap and he keeps it on the read option. And he's going to pick up the first down, I believe. He has enough for the first down.
Stopped by number 21 for the Monarchs.
.9:42 left. Here's Moreno. Hands it off this time. A flag on the play. I think that was pre-snap flag. Could it be false start?
False start.
It will be false start. Offense. And 5 yards back will go the Corsairs. So first and 15 here. Here's a handoff again to Washington. And he picks up about 2 yards. So Dane Rose made the tackle there. Number 9.
Second and
8:39 left. Second and 14. And this time it's going to be a drop back. Pass deep is going to be caught. And wide open for the touchdown goes Dylan Childs. And that's basically a disaster again for the Monarchs. Busted coverage.
It's definitely making it hard.
Dylan Childs was there. And number 16, Washington. And number 22 there, J.J. Thurman, was back there. I think they were both. I guess one of them had the help, but I guess they couldn't realize who was in help and who was supposed to be the receiver. A miscommunication resulting in a big play touchdown for the Corsairs, and they go back up 2 scores as the extra point is good. 27-14 now the score.
Definitely unfortunate for the Monarchs. It does appear that them not running the play, the last drive for that 1 yard where they threw the interception, has kind of backfired. Wouldn't you say, Razine?
It has. Obviously, they gave up the interception, give the ball back to the Corsairs, and the Corsairs, get off a big play and they score. So obviously, exactly not what the Monarchs wanted, as they were drawing close. They were making it a close game. Still could possibly be a game. There's still plenty of time. It's only a 2-score game. But yeah, I think the Monarchs will probably just regret that last drive with the way it ended and with the way they turned it over before.
Absolutely, absolutely. If they're unable to score and hold the Corsairs, that will probably be one of the reasons why they weren't able to
And here's
win
Carl
this one.
Smith there with the return. He's going to look to the right side for a little seam, and he's not going to get it.
It's like it was pushed out at about the
Probably
26
the
yard line.
25, 26 yard line is where they'll start.
Keyshawn White lining up in the backfield. Austin Morville under center.
And it's going to be a drawback for Morville. He's going to pass out to the right to Keyshawn White, or to the left rather, to Keyshawn White, and he picks up about 2 yards. So the Monarchs will have to respond after giving up that big play touchdown. And how they'll do that will depend on whether they can execute. And here's the next play with trips here on the right. This time Morville looks right, throws, pass, caught by Carl Smith. But I think he's not going to pick up that much yardage there. Number 7 back there in coverage, preventing any further yardage there. That was Tyler Thomas, sophomore defensive back out of Atlanta, Georgia, and Santa Monica High School. 7:22 left. Empty backfield this time for Morville. Again, a pass out to the flat. Chandler Tome, and I think he has enough for the first down. Tyler Hanford making that tackle, but not before Chandler Tome picks up the first down. Another empty backfield set for the Monarchs. Morville again drops back, throws, pass is going to be caught. And he still stays on his feet.
Still up.
Kenneth Monroe, and he goes past near almost to the 30. I think he's at the 31. So Kenneth Monroe with a huge gain, exactly what the Monarchs needed.
Absolutely.
A big chunk play.
Absolutely. Hopefully they can cash in.
It looks like the weather is clearing out. It is pretty bright here currently. So Morville again with an empty backfield set.
Ball's on the 31-yard line.
31-yard line, 1st and 10. Morville draws back, throws, pass caught by Chandler Tome on the left. He's still going, and he's going to be tackled as he goes past the 25. 22-0 with the tackle, so that was Amari Russell as well as Amari Russell and Sharif Jado there with the tackle. And here's Morville again, dropping back. He's going to throw. Throws. It is out of bounds. It's incomplete.
Keyshawn
White out of the backfield was the target again, but on that occasion, the pass was a little too off target, out of bounds, and I don't think the receiver really had a chance of catching that.
No, it didn't appear that way, Razine. Although the Monarchs do definitely need to conserve time. They're down to 5.
So 3rd and 2. And another drop back for Morville. Pass is going to be caught, and a flag comes out. And I think clearly that is a pass interference.
Definitely what the Monarchs needed.
Kenneth Monroe, the target. And I think, who was that in coverage? It's a clear pass interference, 15-yard penalty, and that will set the Monarchs up pretty nicely.
I believe it was Jason Anderson for the Corsairs that was in coverage.
So first down, new set of downs for the Monarchs after that hold, or I think it was holding possibly. And Morville looks to throw, throws, and it's going to be incomplete. Quarterback Morville also took a shot at the end. Pass was incomplete, dropped by Keyshawn White. As Keyshawn White, he's going to come off the field, takes a little breather. It's Jaden Kemp now in the backfield for the Monarchs. Jaden Kemp, a sophomore running back from Cedar Hill, Texas. And here next play, here's Morville throws. Pass is going to be incomplete. Ben Baker this time the target on that out route.
Seems like Morville's a little bit too jumpy right now there, Razine. He's been rushing his throws, at least the last couple.
Yeah, I think that last throw he could have kind of settled down, planted his feet a little bit more, and put more air on it. That ball just simply didn't have enough air on it, intended for Ben Baker. 5:32 left here, 3rd and 10 play. Morville drops back. He's going to be under pressure, gets rid of it, throws, jump ball in the end zone, and it's going to be picked off.
Intercepted.
Picked off by the Corsairs.
Wide
as they go down the sideline. They're going to go past the 40, 30, 20, 10, and touchdown. It's going to be a pick six.
Coast to coast. Number 21, Jason Anderson for the Corsairs.
Jason Anderson wins the jump ball in the end zone, picks it off, and runs all the way the other end for a pick six. And Carlos, you'd have to think, I think that might just be the nail in the coffin for the Monarchs.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think you're right there, Razine. It's unfortunate after trying really hard and getting really close. Unfortunately, they weren't able to execute these last few drives, and they just gave it away.
Yeah, Morville, obviously, he was under pressure. He had to just get rid of the ball. Instead of getting rid of the ball, I guess even if he took a sack, that would have been preferable to this outcome where he turns it over and it gives up a pick six. So even on that occasion, taking a sack is more beneficial than that, where he turned it over and it ends up in a pick six.
Or he could have, at the very least, thrown it out of bounds. That's unfortunate.
So, yeah, the Monarchs will get it back here after that pick six. 34-14 now, that score after the extra point was good.
It's definitely unfortunate. They came back with a fire after halftime, but unfortunately, this fourth quarter they just lost it. Line drive kick.
Here's returning is number 30, and he's not going to get very far. Jaden Cardenas there on the return from North Hollywood Polytechnic High School.
Local player.
Yeah, North Hollywood obviously right down the road from where we are currently in Valley Glen.
It's 5:04 left.
5:04 left here. The Monarchs down 3 scores. And the pass is caught by number 80, Chandler Tomei. And that's going to move the chains a little bit. Picks up the first down.
Looks like it was enough for the first down.
And this time Morville is going to look to pass. Passes out to the flat. Kyle Smith Jr. down the sideline. I'm not sure if he picked up the first down there. Certainly got close to it.
Fortunately, the clock continues to wind down. We're down to 4:23 in the fourth quarter.
Here's Morville. Next play. Goal throws. Passes caught for the first down. It's going to be number 4. Joshua Hevziba Evans there with the catch. .340 left. And here's another drop back. Pass is going to be incomplete. Hevziba Evans again was the target.
Oh, is Brosu the quarterback now?
Looks like we do have a quarterback change. Riley Brousseau back out there. Well pointed out by Carlos. Brousseau drops back, throws, pass is going to be incomplete. It was nearly picked off. Could have been picked off as the defensive back there.
Looks like it was number 7 from the Corsairs.
7. He tried to make a play on that ball, try to jump the route. So, as they say, Tyler Thomas, but could not come up with the ball. And it falls incomplete. 3rd and 10 this time for the Monarchs. Brousseau, empty backfield. Under pressure, he's going to take off, run, still going, picks up the first down, slides down around the 35.
Looks like he's just a little short of the first down. Unfortunate. 4th and 1. And they're going to go for it.
Empty backfield again, 4th and 1, and I think you have to really go for it. It's a no-brainer at this point. A flag comes out. Could be delay a game. Oh, no, a false start.
It's unfortunate. It makes you wonder what the Monarchs are going to... Oh, it looks like they're going to go for it. Fourth and 6 with the ball on the 39.
And here's Brousseau. He's under pressure, and he's going to be... Somehow still stays on his feet, but now gets spun down.
Fortunately, the Monarchs turned
Chandler
it over on
Cox
downs.
there was on him. Carson Cox, rather. So after that 4th down play, where the Monarchs didn't get the first down, Santa Monica will now take over on downs with 2:41 left here as the sun is setting here on this game. .241 left, and here's a handoff to Washington, and he's gonna be brought down.
Brought down at the 45.
Juan Hernandez Jr. there with that tackle.
They're probably going to let the clock wind down to the 2-minute timeout. That was the last play.
Two-minute warning here in Monarch Stadium.
No, definitely.
So 34-14, the score. I think the outcome of the game pretty much has been decided.
Yeah.
But the game did have its ebbs and flows. There were at some point it seemed like the Monarchs were playing pretty well, had the momentum. They didn't start this game well at all, especially on defense.
No, absolutely not. They definitely did put up a valiant fight. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Um, the also unfortunate part is number 19, Jeremiah Green, was injured.
Yeah, and we hope he's doing okay. We saw him get basically in an ambulance, get taken away in an ambulance, and
Yeah.
possibly he's already receiving medical treatment in a hospital somewhere.
We hope and pray it's nothing serious, and hope
And
he
hoping pray
can.
that he can recover from whatever it is that has happened. And here's the next play, and it's going to be a handoff to
Number
Franklin,
23.
who picks up about 2 or 3 yards. Sandoval makes the tackle. And I think the Valley College Monarchs have called a timeout, Lester Towns.
Well, we hope you can join us for our next home game, which is going to be on Thursday, October 9th at 6 p.m. versus Compton here at Monarch Stadium in Valley Glen. It's going to be the homecoming game for the college. Hopefully, you can come out and join us, and if not, you
Yeah,
can tune in.
hope to join you all for that game. And here's Franklin there with the run up the middle. Picks up another first down. And with the time winding down, it's only a formality at this point. So you have victory formation here for the Corsairs, and they will go up 4-1 on the season, and the Monarchs will crumble down to 1-4. And an all-around dominant performance by the Monarchs, Carlos. I mean, not the Monarchs, the Corsairs, of course. Pardon.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
they were in control of the game, and at various stages in this game, the Monarchs did play some good football. They looked like they could possibly crawl their way back into the game, and then we had that unfortunate incident where wide receiver Jeremiah Green got hit, was unresponsive, and then had to get taken away in an ambulance, which came onto the field.
Yeah, that was definitely unfortunate, as the Monarchs were definitely doing well up until that point.
But yeah, just all around dominance. I think there are lots of things that the Monarchs will need to look at to try and improve. The
Absolutely,
offense was great in the late stage, but for most of the game it wasn't. They were not able to move the ball,
absolutely.
and
And the defense showed a lot of greatness, but
they did
there
give up on
was
some big plays.
yeah, there was definitely some issues that they had.
The overall on both sides of the ball issues for the Monarchs, they'll need to get sorted out. And like Carlos, you were saying, we will have our next home game, and that will be on the Thursday, I believe. If I can check that for you real quick. So yeah, October 9th is going to be our next home game versus Compton. So we hope to see you all then. And yeah, thank you all for joining us here for listening to this broadcast of LAVC football from Monarch Stadium here in Valley Glen. And take care, and we'll see you all next time. You're listening to the new 95.1 KVCM Monarch Radio, the voice of Valley College.